Hey guys, we're here today with Walker Will, and I didn't get enough information about insurance, so I had to bring Gabriella back.
I'm here again.
Yes, I had to bring her back because we talked about flood insurance, but what about like home insurance?
Yeah, there's so much mystery behind insurance, which truly, if you're not an insurance agent, you're not Googling fun tips about home insurance. So it's very much left up to truly the insurance agent to educate you. Right now with the market that we're seeing, literally inflation is really rampant right now. So we're seeing that in every area of life, and of course that is actually affecting insurance rates as well. So what that truly means is the education has to match that level, because people need to know exactly what they're paying for and exactly what they choose to be covered for and not covered for, because our money is so valuable right now.
Definitely. So when you're saying about coverage, and you did talk about this crazy market, so I bought a house for $350,000. Now within a year and a half, now I'm at $500,000. Does my insurance that I bought at $350 still cover my $500,000 home?
So what's wild is this actually has nothing to do with the market value or the appraisal value. And this is always mind-blowing, because it truly has to do with what it would cost to rebuild your home from the ground up in that worst case scenario that you actually lost your whole home, so a full fire, something horrible like that. So what the replacement cost is, and you'll see that in your coverage A dwelling. So basically how we generate that number, every single insurance carrier is going to be a little bit different, but they basically pull county appraisal information and then a bit more information that we're going to gather from you in the way of the grade of your bathroom. Is it, semi-custom, custom, luxury, the grade of your kitchen, how much improvements you've made. So truly what it would cost per square foot to rebuild that home. So that all goes into the rater, and every single insurance carrier is going to generate a little bit of a different number, but what they normally try to hit at is between a range of $140 to $180 per square foot, just depending on, if you have a more standard home or a home with a million customizations. And so you can actually take that coverage A dwelling that you'll see, it's the first coverage on your home policy declaration page. You can take that number and divide it by the square feet of your home, and you can actually see if you are properly covered or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I can get my home rebuilt, but what about the items inside? Does that get covered as well?
It does. So this one is always something very, very hard to calculate as well, because we truly accumulate our belongings through years and years, and we're not going to really remember exactly what everything costs, right? So that is going to be coverage C. We skipped over coverage B, which is other structures. I'm just going to tag team back.
Right, okay.
So that's going to be other structures. That's anything that's not attached to your home. So if you have a detached garage, if you have some sort of deck in the back that's not attached to your home, those coverages need to be, those items need to be covered as well, to make sure, once again, you can rebuild your home. So let's jump to coverage C. So that's going to be your personal property coverage. And that truly is, kind of have to mentally walk through your home, go through your kitchen. It's going to be all your kitchen appliances. It's going to be even your cookware, like your KitchenAid. That's considered personal property. You walk into your living room. It's going to be all your furniture, electronics, every single bit of furniture in your bedroom, every bit of clothing. So literally everything that you own in that home, if you just turned it upside down and shook it out, that would be your personal property.
Oh, wow. So I want to go back to B. So what about a pool? Does that fall into category B?
So that's not technically another structure. Now we do need to insure that, so that does need to be specifically on there. But it's talking about truly a structure. It's like a gazebo. I'm sure you've seen those in backyards and whatnot. Yeah.
And an outdoor kitchen?
Yes. So if it's technically attached by a breezeway, that's going to be a part of the dwelling coverage. But if it's truly not attached by a breezeway, a covered porch type of situation, then that would be considered other structure.
So we talked about A, we talked about B, we talked about C. I feel like the alphabet's now A, B, C, D. So anyway, what about like the stuff behind the wall? So say for instance, I know, and I know there's a lot more into insurance, as you said.
Yes.
And so a lot of people say, oh, well, I have insurance, and next thing you know is you didn't know, but a pipe burst. So say, for instance, when that freeze came over and pipes start bursting, and but I got insurance, so I'm covered, right?
I hope you have the right insurance, quite frankly. So there's going to be 4 types of water coverage. I know we discussed flood in the last video and kind of touched on this just a smidgen, but the standard water coverage that's going to be on every single policy is called sudden accidental, and that truly is exactly what it sounds like. So it's going to be, you have a 14-day range to catch that. So if the adjuster comes out and determines that water damage has been there for more than 14 days, you're out of luck. That coverage is not going to extend to that. So that is why you want the slow leak seepage coverage. So this is the one that truly means when it's been more than 14 days and you discover some sort of water damage, water leak, something like that, this coverage is going to kick in and actually make sure that you can repair your home.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So let me ask you this. So we talked about the car. Let's say and nowadays we're having these teenagers getting cars and stuff like that, and the car runs through the garage. Will the home policy help cover the car policy?
You know, there's so many things that could cover that. So yes and yes.
Oh, wow.
So you should have liability coverage as well on your actual home policy. You're going to have personal liability coverage on every single home policy. That goes with you literally everywhere you go. If you're at a grocery store and you somehow run over someone's foot and you're considered liable, they break a toe. You never know. That personal liability actually comes with you, and it's literally lawsuit protection, essentially. So it's going to cover court costs, legal fees, all of that.
Really?
So let's say you're the driver who does that, your personal liability coverage should kick in.
So do you do car insurance as well?
I do. So I will do auto. I also do, obviously, flood, we discussed that, life insurance as well, and umbrella. So pretty much every single way that you can make sure that you're protecting your most valuable assets as well as the people that are most important to you. So, yeah.
Well, you guys, you heard it here. She can protect everything. Just get up under her umbrella, and guess what happens? It's all protected. So, hey guys, well, thank you so much for joining us today. And I really appreciate you coming in again and just telling us about this information. Now I'm going to go back and check my policy. Matter of fact, can I send it to you?
I would love that.
Well, I tell you what if somebody else want to send you some policies just to look at? How can they get in contact with you?
Yes. So if you would like me to check your coverages, which I would love to do, and then also make sure that you do have the most competitive rate, because I want to make sure that you're taken care of. Go ahead and email me. It's going to be gabriella.cockburn@goosehead.com, or of course you can call or text me. My phone number is 832-792-9694. Reach out whenever.
Well, thank you again, and guys, remember, when you have will, you have a way. We'll see you at the next video.